FM studios in Ontario, California, it's Foobar Sports.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
I'm Foo.
And we got Josie on the mix.
Hi everybody!
Welcome to Foobar Sports episode 27. You can find our episodes on foobarshow.com or any podcast app.
And
oh my god.
And Facebook, Instagram, and what else? Tumblr, Twitter.
Hey, that's my thing.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
take my thing.
All right, I'll pay you some money under the table to just drop it.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
slowly dying over here, but let's just get after it.
That's fine.
So there's a lot of shit been going on. We made a bit of a boo boo on the last episode, or we're just a little early.
We were trying to be proactive peoples.
You guys are saying AD wouldn't come to the Lakers.
We're negative, motherfuckers. we said nah.
But weren't the signs there that he wasn't going to join? Or
It was just
It was-
there was nothing.
It got
there.
to
clusterfuck,
It got
right?
to the point. It got to the point where somehow, and mind you, this goddamn the media, dude, and goddamn ESPN, they're more influential than I give them credit for.
Yeah.
Because they stirred up this whole thing on how the Lakers trade wouldn't have to be as large as the last one. When clearly, when you're picking up AD, franchise changing player,
Right.
you better get ready to give up just about everything. And a lot of people, including Josh here,
Yep.
thought it was cool. Just a 2-player trade and 1 pick would have been fine.
Right.
No, I never thought it was just going to be a 2-player trade.
Yes.
No, I
Oh,
didn't. I thought it was going to be a pick because
This is
you
why
saw-
episode 26 exists.
So we can just look back at it.
Was it a 2? Did I say that?
I distinctly remember you saying either Hart and Ingram or
I
Ingram
didn't.
and Ball plus a couple picks.
Ingram and Ball. Yeah, so that's what my original.
And then I
idea
caught back
was.
with they should also throw in Hart and Kuzma, but you thought Kuz was too much. So we were they met in the middle of the Lakers and they kept Kuzma.
Yeah, they kept Kuzma.
And
they got rid of Hart. They got rid of Ball, and they got rid of Ingram as well as this number. I knew they had to give up the number 4 pick. I knew they were going to have to give up another future pick. I didn't know they were going to have to give up 2 future picks.
No, they gave up 3.
No, dude, 2 future, 1 current. So 3 total first-round picks.
Oh, yeah, and then I'm sorry,
that's what
one of them is a swap pick. That's why.
yeah, one of them is potentially a swap pick in the 2023.
So I guess you could call it 3, Foo.
It's
What
on-
was hilarious, though, is that as soon as you guys, as soon as we were done decompressing, we had a couple of dabs. Josh, bid his farewell until the next time that we podcasted.
A few moments later.
Fucking
Gets traded.
The Foo is like, oh my God, we got AD.
Yeah, and then I get a text as I'm driving home, and it pops up on my phone.
Lakers got ID.
I started jumping for joy, man. I was like, oh,
Inside
shit.
of his car, Foo.
In my car. My head hit the top of the roof so many times.
Yeah, and that's that. I mean, you're a short guy, so I mean, that was a big fucking
It was,
leap.
it was a hell of a leap. I mean, that just goes to show how negative I was being.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a leap.
Was that a booster seat day there, pal?
That was 2 full phone books.
Okay.
Yeah. Local.
Local. Okay.
Local,
That's not that impressive.
Chinese, though.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
So,
Yes.
has some links on them.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, that was obviously the biggest trade that happened on. It was draft day, right?
So what really caught us by surprise is we
Saturday.
we didn't
Saturday.
think that they were going to get this done before the draft.
I mean, I thought it was going to probably be a draft day trade. I didn't think this was going to happen a week before.
I think I
5
might have
days.
predicted Tuesday.
Yeah, you did say Tuesday. I remember you distinctly saying Tuesday, which I thought, okay, that'd be reasonable. But Jesus, day we start talking shit, they're just like, all right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And
Must have heard you.
Yeah, it's like, yes, my prayers were finally answered.
Yep.
The basketball gods exist. Thank you, Bill Russell. You the best. Wilt's looking down on the Lakers like, let this happen. And so it was Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, number 4, which eventually turned into DeAndre Hunter. We'll get more into that a little later.
And then also I think the 2021 pick,
the
2025 pick, and in 2023 we're actually going to just straight up swap picks with them.
Yeah, 2023
at the Pelicans' discretion.
Yeah.
They can either keep the picks the way it is or change the order if we get a higher draft pick.
Yeah, if we have a higher draft number.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We locked ourselves in for like the next few years on some major decisions.
Well, I think this was the thing. Before it was Rich Paul, who's Anthony Davis's agent. Again, this got tampered with, which is why I think Dal Demps was a hard ass about it.
Yeah, he comes from the Greg Popovich school,
right?
It's like they're hard asses when they deal, and their whole thing, I mean, is no Lakers. Like we won't trade with the Lakers unless we're obviously going to be the winners in the deal. So yeah, when the whole tampering thing happened, Dal Demps was just being a straight hard ass and would only deal with Magic Johnson. He wouldn't deal with Rob Pelinka at all. Like he would go over Rob straight to Magic. I guess that's what was happening during these deals, and he was never going to deal in good faith. So because they had a steal at that trade deadline, if he had taken that deal, he had a better deal then than he did what he got on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
kudos to David Griffin, man. Holy shit, he's a great GM.
Yeah, the fucking Lakers.
No one thought the Pelicans could walk away the winner from this trade because of giving up AD. They are clearly the winner.
Well, no, there's no clear winner because they both win. I mean, Lakers get AD. We get
That's what I mean.
We get a top 5. Well, we have 2 of the top 5 players.
Their win is that both teams benefit. Yeah. Everyone thought it was going to be one-sided. Like, doesn't matter. Lakers win.
That's what. Yeah, obviously everyone thought.
And
that
as a Lakers fan, yes, I believe that. But
I think we won. I think
Pelicans,
it was a hell of a win-win, dude. Because the Pelicans, they did shit with those picks. They didn't just say, okay, like, you know what, we'll take it as is. We'll pick a number 4. They actually traded it before the draft even started, which started the whole insane amount of pick trades that were made on draft day. They traded on draft day with actually before the draft day, the Grizzlies actually sent Mike Conley to the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard about that for Grayson Allen, Kyle Korver, and Jay Crowder. And the number 23 pick and a first-round pick. And so then after that, on draft day, literally just moments before, everyone was talking about, okay, what are the Pelicans going to do with the number 4 pick? Are they going to keep it and draft a guy by the name of Jarrett Culver, who they were saying? But then they ended up making a trade with the Hawks. And this is what, okay, finally got it. Here we go. So the Pelicans got the number 8 pick, the number 17 pick, the number 35 pick, all in 2019, and then in 2020 they got the first round pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Hawks got the number 4 pick, the number 57 pick, and they got a player Solomon Hill and the first and second round and a future second round pick.
So, dude, they straight up turned the Lakers number 4 pick into like 4 draft picks.
To three players,
3
2 players
same year
in the
draft
top,
picks. Yeah,
2 players in the top 20. And 1 player in the number for 35 pick, second round pick.
Wow,
dude! And on top of that, the Pelicans also got Ingram. They also got Ball. They also got Hart, and they just drafted Zion Williamson, the number one overall pick. This dude is like a tank. He's 6'7", but like 265 pounds.
He's like the next prototype, like LeBron was, pretty much type of player.
Yeah, if he just gets his jump shot down, he'll be a beast. But
yeah, he's a different player from LeBron, though. That's why it's kind of on the same.
I think he's similar to how LeBron started, because remember LeBron didn't have like a good jump shot.
It was just like an 18-year-old in a man's body.
Yeah,
already.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what Zion Williamson is, except in like a football player, like a linebacker's body. It's freaking insane. So, the Pelicans came out winners overall, I would say, in free agency. The trade itself, it was even, but yeah, the Pelicans have been the winners so far in the offseason. And we'll see what they do in free agency. But overall, on draft day, there was over 22 trades made on draft day.
Dang.
Yeah, so teams were wheeling and dealing. But Fu, did you know like the weird thing about NBA drafts and when trades are done?
What?
You know that weird little quirk, right? Like even though the number on draft day, the number 4 pick still technically belonged to the Lakers.
So they made the number 4 guy
wear a
fucking
Lakers
walk
hat.
down the goddamn thing with the Lakers hat.
But even though he got drafted by the Hawks
So he
eventually.
technically gets drafted and thus then gets traded moments later. Is that how?
Or before, like the teams that like, so what, how, in this instance, the Lakers agreed to trade the pick to the Pelicans.
Right.
So then the Pelicans would have just told the Lakers, hey, you need to pick them for us. And then when the league year starts on July 6th, or July 30th, you know, he's ours.
Right.
So that's essentially what it was going to.
But in the eyes of the NBA, the dude's a Laker until the trade happens. Oh, quote unquote trade happens.
Yeah.
So you have like you had all these different guys.
Yeah.
Like this guy, he was drafted actually by the Hawks.
So why even have a
watching the
draft
Lakers.
anymore?
Exactly.
What's the point of this?
Yeah. So that's why it's like the people are saying that why not just start the year like a week after, or you know, or start the draft a week later and then do the, you know, reverse, have the league year start on the 30th, you know, on like when we would have the draft, and then you know,
same
vice
day.
versa, same day. So that way these guys can actually walk down in hats, or they have to change the rule because these guys look like fools, and then I don't think they want video of them, you know, forever in the wrong hat.
It's like,
of
look,
the
when I
team.
got drafted, fucking with the Lakers, fucking.
Did you ever play one game with the Lakers? I didn't even sit on their
I
bench.
didn't even, I didn't even walk in the facility.
Yeah.
No one
What the
even
fuck?
talked to me. They're just like, you're traded, go away.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's exciting that they actually got drafted into the NBA.
No. I mean, obviously, yes.
But yeah, you're right. You
they're
know, it's a
in.
little silly to think that they're gonna be wearing that.
That's like doing. I mean,
What
that's
the
pretty
fuck?
much saying like, you know what, you're as long as you're in the league, you're in the league. But you know, we'll place you where you're actually gonna go.
Right,
Don't
right,
worry
right.
about what the hat says because it happened with Kobe. Kobe was actually originally drafted by the Hornets.
Really?
But they had a trade agreement with the Lakers already, so the Lakers told
For
them,
Vlade Divac.
yeah, for Vlade Divac, for the Lakers to get Kobe. So they just said Hornets just draft him, and then once the league year starts, he's ours.
So Kobe has a Hornets hat in his draft picture.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
So it's
Take that, Hornets.
It's so weird because
Yeah.
the NFL does that. Like the NFL starts its league year, like maybe a month after their.
Like a couple weeks after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. Because then that's when you start seeing players get released, but you don't see like free agency doesn't happen until March. Like usually like March 20th. That's when NFL free agency happens.
Right. I think they kick off the season
Like
and a few weeks later, before March when it starts.
Yeah, I think it was March 6th they actually started opened their league year. So that's when we saw players get released, coaches get fired. That's usually around the time when coaches get fired. They call it it's sad. They call it Black Tuesday. Or Black Monday,
fucking assholes.
because every Monday, like, okay, let's see who gets fired, and like sometimes 6 coaches get fired.
Imagine
You can get it.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Imagine
Dude.
being a black coach and being fired on Black Monday.
Oh man.
Dude, that's terrible.
That's terrible. It's not a good look. It's
not a
for
good
not a
anybody.
good look for the NFL at all.
No,
man.
no.
Jesus Christ.
But so in essence, why doesn't the NBA do it a little different? Same, but I mean, obviously their time period is going to be shortened because we just finished the finals, and sometimes the finals go into mid-June. Luckily, they did not go into mid-June this year, so that's why it seemed a little further apart from the draft. But
Anyways.
they just flip it around.
Yeah.
I think I think we don't have to worry about these guys looking like fools for the rest of their lives. But more on the AD, going back to the AD thing with the whole cap. Did you hear about this thing that's going on with their cap space because they wanted to potentially add another max?
Yeah. What it comes down to is the way the terms of the trade, I guess, we're still... From what they're making it appear to be, we're open ended, but I mean it's not really. In essence, it looks like the Lakers kind of fucked up. They could have been a little more aggressive in the trade because technically they need to trade their 3 of their guys on the roster still.
Yeah. So what we're talking about here is that by making the Anthony Davis trade, the Lakers would have about $23 million in cap space. And so right now they're looking to add like one of the top 3 free agents, which would command on at least $30 million for the next couple of years if they just do a 1-and-1 contract. But they need to open up that cap space. So right now they're only at 23. Well, Anthony Davis has a deal in his contract that if he were to get traded, he would automatically get $4 million added onto his contract. So it's like, but he has to choose to take it. Like he could choose to take it, or he could just waive his trade kicker. And the Lakers, that $4 million would then go to the Lakers salary cap. So it would be $27 million. So it'd be a little closer. They'd probably have to give one of these top 3 guys a haircut. But to get even further, they have to if they want to get the 32, they have to pretty much gut their whole roster.
Except Kuzma, LeBron, and AD.
They only have 3 pairs.
The only way they can do that is to trade Markkanen and the 2 other guys and get second-round picks. Because
it was Wagner.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Wagner, Bonga, and Jamario Jones.
Yeah. So they would have to trade those guys away and get second-round picks in return, because apparently second-round picks don't count to the salary cap until after they're signed.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's very intricate, very confusing, but pretty much, yeah, we got AD, but we could have got more, but fuck, dude, I'm fine with having AD.
Well, also, too, I heard that they could have said that let's make the trade official on July 30th. Let's leave that window open so that way we can actually make the pick, and that way they could hold on to that salary cap number, and then that pick salary would have been added into it, and they would have had more pretty much.
So pretty much it would have went up from $27 million to $32 million.
Yeah, but because they didn't say that initially when they agreed to the deal, like, hey, let's push it to the 30th. They said we're going to do it on the 6th. So it has to happen on the 6th, no matter what now, because of that trade with the Hawks. Like it made it official, like that they're locked into this deal, and it has to happen on the 6th, and no other thing, like the Lakers can't add anymore.
So we went from having 32 mil to 23 mil. Again, it comes down if AD waives that 4 mil. If he waives the 4 mil, I think we could get a solid roster.
And you know what? I have a solution to how he can waive that 4 mil.
How?
So recently, it was announced that he's going to be in Space Jam 2, right? With LeBron. So I'm saying is like LeBron's got. I'm just saying, man. LeBron's got to tell him.
He is just
like,
saying.
We can't do it.
I'm just saying.
They can't do it.
Why? It's $4 extra million. It's personal money. It's not a part of the league. He
pays it out through his company, so not really.
But that's fine though. LeBron can still handle it. He's still got the money.
Be careful, LeBron.
He'll be fine.
Come on, AD, come through.
There's no tampering rule against players.
I actually saw, and I wish I remembered what it was to pull it up. But AD got some type of a marketing deal. First time an NBA player has ever gotten this type of deal. I can't remember if it's for razor blades or something like that.
It was for Ruffles.
There you go, for Ruffles.
Yeah, he has
chips.
Yeah, he has like custom.
He has custom Ruffles,
like
dude.
Custom Jordans that are like Ruffles that look like a Ruffles bag, like the tongue's all ruffled, dude. It's fucking weird. I'll show you. It's really.
But anyways, there's his fucking marketing thing. Wave that 4 mil, KT.
There you go, AD. And then boom, you're gonna be in Space Jam. You know, LBJ's
what
gonna
more
throw you a
can
couple
one ask
bones.
for?
Exactly. I think. Hey, check this out.
I'm checking.
How would you feel if D'Angelo Russell came back to LA?
I heard about that. I would actually not mind if we can.
Yeah, that would be all right with me. The guy's a good player now.
Redemption.
Yeah,
coming
for
back
real,
home.
dude. I kind of, and especially because he was one of our young guys. I kind of want him back, dude.
And the clique against him is pretty much dissolved, right? At least in the Lakers.
Yeah, because it was mostly Magic.
It was all Magic, the one being like, I don't see him as a leader.
Exactly.
Dude, Rob could be like, dude, fuck Magic.
Yeah.
Like, we want you here.
Like, come on, man. Come back home. Your comeback story.
Well, Magic isn't even a factor anymore. He's
no.
No.
And, dude, he could totally be like, come on, man. You could possibly be the third guy if you believe you could beat out fucking...
Well, they have a clip of when he was in like NBA Summer League on the Lakers, and like they asked him, what would be your starting 5?
What would be his ideal starting 5 of all time?
And he's like, okay, well, LeBron. He's like Anthony Davis, Bill Russell,
and Michael Jordan,
and him. And that would be his, to play with him.
So,
for
Foo,
the
why
players.
not play with LeBron and AD?
Boom.
Foo?
Why not?
Dude.
I mean, there's also rumors that Kyrie wants to play with AD.
Yes.
So he probably would take a pay cut.
Now, Foo, I think you're going to appreciate this very much. Kyrie, in my opinion, is a little bitch. He's a super drama. He's a drama queen, pretty much.
Yeah, he is. He's a flat earther.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He believes the Earth's flat.
I'm done with this guy.
Yeah.
Foo, hear him out.
I don't want
Way
him
to
on
bury the lead there.
I don't want him on the Lakers, dude. I don't want him on the goddamn Lakers.
He'll fit right in Los
Give
Angeles.
him a flat basketball. Maybe you can make it work.
Jesus, right? Anyways, getting back to Kyrie. Just check this out, man.
We're checking.
Are you sure?
We're checking.
He so a couple of guys on local Boston Sports Network radio. They were taking calls from people, and they got a call from I forget the guy's name. I think it was Kyler or something like that. He said that Boston deserves to lose Kyrie because they didn't appreciate him. Blah blah blah. Well, they brought on a guest the next day, and the guest they were talking about, and the guest was like, "Wait, play the audio back." He plays the audio back, and he's just like, "Dude, that's Kyrie. Kyrie called in under a fake name." And then they're like, "No way!" So then the show started to play Kyrie at a press conference, 5 seconds here, 5 seconds of the phone call.
Voices.
Dude, it sounds just like him.
No, Kyrie.
He's trying to influence the
So
decision.
he pulled a fucking KD, dude.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, dude.
So yeah, that's why I don't want him, dude. He's a little bitch, dude.
Yeah, I would like to get D'Angelo Russell.
He'll
I would
be
like to keep him.
cheaper, and I think if we can get D'Angelo Russell, we might have a shot at getting JJ Redick.
Or or Seth Green. Or Seth Curry, I'm sorry.
Seth Curry.
Seth
Green would be dope.
Imagine, dude. He'd be flying underneath the radar, man.
Dang, Space Jam 2?
Perfect for Space Jam.
In the Bill Murray mole.
Yeah.
Roll. Yeah, Seth Green. Oh my God. Or as the Wayne Knight role.
Or Chris Griffith could just be on the fucking team.
Oh my God. And Looney Tunes. Dude, it works. There
we go.
I know you're
Seth
all
Green.
for that Tiny Toons fucking...
Oh,
it
dude.
should be
I was all
Buster.
about that. I was all about Tiny Toons taking over instead of the Looney Tunes for this next
For
Space
Space
Jam.
Jams.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Babs
throw
and
'em in
Buster
there.
Bunny and
It
all
would pretty
and
much
the rest.
relate to everyone 40 and under.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a nice little twist. Or I would.
You know what, man? You know what, Foo? I think they're going to bring him in.
I hope so.
I hope you
that
do.
would be dope. I mean, the Looney Tunes universe is a big universe when you start
Huge.
thinking it, and then they expanded it even further with Tiny Toons. You know, with Acme Acres and everything. And
Well,
all
technically, it's WB universe, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
W animation.
Kind of.
Animated universe kind of
yeah.
thing.
Okay.
But it's a big universe they've not tapped into in a while.
Yes.
Yeah, this would be a good thing.
Yeah.
I would love it. I would love for that to happen. Come on, LeBron.
That'd be crazy.
Make it happen, LeBron.
Make it happen, Captain.
Babs and Buster Bunny, no relation.
At King James 23, make it happen.
Steph Curry's going to be in it, right?
I didn't see his name. His name's not on here. Clay Thompson is.
He would be dumb if Steph wasn't in it because Steph's very well liked.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that he has that new golf show? Holy moly!
Yeah,
On Channel
Steph
7.
has his own fucking
it's
show.
so good.
Is
It's
it?
What, you
so
watched
good.
it?
I
You
saw
watched it?
clips of it. It's so good. Rob Riggle is one of the announcers.
Oh, we got.
I mean, enough said. The guy is a freaking comedic genius.
We got to check if it's available on Hulu since Hulu has all
It's
that
so
ABC
good.
stuff.
It's so good.
Dang,
Oh,
Foo.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was great. Like
Good
they were
intel, man.
Yeah,
They were talking about it on K-Rock. That it was amazing. Like they all made it. They made it an event where all four of them were like, "Okay, we all have to watch it and talk about it." And only 3 of them did because Kevin forgot that it was even on. But geez, yeah, I need to get on that. But he definitely does need to be in that. Yeah, you're right, Foo, because he's a huge face especially with this youth. A lot of these younger kids that are into basketball.
There are more Steph Curry fans now than there are LeBron fans.
I mean, dude.
Well, they've had a dynasty going on, Foo. Remember that?
Yeah,
Remember we
they have
defined what dynasty
That's
is?
true. Even though you guys said it wasn't a dynasty.
You said, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you!" This microphone is.
No,
gonna
I'm just saying.
The,
You
end
know,
of
more,
the end of an era. Phil.
when I was a kid, I remember a
hate
lot of
you.
the friends that I went to school with were Bulls fans because that's who was winning at the time. So a
Yeah.
lot of kids are going to be following the winner.
Well, how old
And
are you?
I must have been like 4 or 5 or something.
Dude, he's like
that.
40. He's like 42.
Fuck
That's
you.
right.
No, I'm not. But the Bulls were winning a lot back then. When Jordan was on top, and everybody was a fucking Bulls fan. So everybody right now, at least growing up, everybody's a fucking Warriors fan. It's just kind of how the pendulum swings.
Yeah. That's true.
And then Steph Curry's little baby face. You can't hate that.
I know, bastard. I mean, and his shot too, man. It's like when you see that guy shoot from how far he shoots, it's just like I can't say anything to you, man.
Food. Now that you
are a sharpshooter.
Now that you like Steph Curry's show, do you wish he would have won the finals?
No. I really don't care much for
answer,
the
man.
Warriors. I mean, if the Lakers aren't
answer.
winning, then I don't care. It made for a good series though. That finals was really good. It went down to that final game 6.
You know who they remind me of? It's kind of like when Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan were making it to the finals, or just always in the championships when the Lakers were down. Remember that? Like it was right after it happened right after they lost to the Pistons, the Lakers. All of a sudden, it was just the Spurs. Like you had like just a pocket of a Spurs era where they were they went to like 4 straight, I think, finals, and they lost 2. Right? I think they lost 1 or 2.
They were champs in 99, 03, 07.
Not 08 or no wait.
12 and 14.
12 and 14.
Or
That's
11 and 14, sorry.
Yeah.
Because the Heat were 12 and 13.
That's right, because the Lakers were
it's funny,
9 and 10.
The Spurs won year 1 of the LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh era, and they won year 4 the LeBron, Chris.
No, the Spurs not year 1. It was because
the Mavericks.
Year 1 that was the Mavericks. So we had the Mavericks that won in 2011. And then 2012, it was the Heat. 2013, it was the Heat. 14, it was the Spurs.
Go
And then
Spurs.
15, that's when it was the Warriors. And then
The beginning of the Warrior era. Or
but
Dynasty.
Dynasty. But
Whatever.
that proves my point, is that the Spurs were like that team that was always in there, similar to how the Warriors are now.
The Warriors were never almost in there the years before they got there, though.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Where the Spurs, they all of a sudden they started getting like that, like back in '99 with David Robinson and Duncan.
Oh
and
yeah, they would constantly.
But that's who I'm comparing them to. It's just I'm comparing them, team wise, and then how they've been this strong for 5 years. And so I think right now the Warriors are going to have like a weird, off year because they're not going to have KD or Clay. But I think the next year, I think they will come back stronger. I don't think, as long as Steve Kerr's there, I don't think they're going to, and Steph and Clay, I don't think they're going to have problems. That's why I think they still technically are a dynasty. It's just this part it's over. We're going to see them decline. But I think they'll bounce back.
By the way, where does Kawhi Leonard sign?
Clippers.
Damn, son.
I say he.
Where does he sign?
Shrug.
Which NBA team?
I don't know, dude.
The Mavericks, dude?
The Mavericks?
That's a bold call, man.
Dark horse. Dark horse candidate.
Actually,
no pun intended.
I really do think they're the dark horse candidate. They're the only other team, so it's only the Knicks and the Mavericks can offer him the most money per year. And he already said no to the Knicks, so if there is a dark horse, it is the Mavericks. And you don't know what the fuck that guy's up to.
Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban or Kawhi.
Yeah.
And there's no state tax there for him.
Yep. That's true.
Oh,
That is true.
And it would be a fucking slap in the face to Greg Popovich. And I know he'd be down for that. Because I heard someone from Kawhi's camp during the celebration, during the parade, was like, fuck Pop. And everyone's like, yeah.
I think it was like one of his drunk cousins.
Yeah, one of his cousins was like, fuck Pop.
And then one of his cousins also said in the video, he's going to be a Laker. He's going to be a Laker.
Which brings an interesting point, man.
Who the fuck knows, man? Like, Kawhi Leonard is an enigma. He is a mystery.
That guy has one of the best poker faces I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The only time you saw him smile was during the parade and when he won the championship.
Yeah.
And that's only because he was buzzed.
Yeah.
Do you
And he was
I don't know if
smoking
you guys
cigars.
saw that video
Yeah, he's a cheap date.
of when he was in the the backseat of the limo or
With Serge Ibaka.
Serge Ibaka, and he's like, hey, and then it looked like he was rolling a blunt. And then spawned the internet, dude. The internet went to work after that.
Nice.
Of him rolling an L.
Oh, dude. You know, that's why he's so.
They
laid
were just
back.
like, they're like, with those big ass claw hands, he probably has to roll a huge ass blunt.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It's probably one of those big old Cheech and Chong blunts.
Oh,
Fuck yeah. He can do it.
he can.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, Fusi, you wanted let's move along to the Dodgers. You had a little story for us.
Oh, dude, one of the things that made me laugh and that continues to make all of us smile is the psychological warfare that went on between the Dodgers and Madison Bumgarner.
Oh, God,
where
talk
it
about
reached
psychological.
epic heights with when they were playing Los Angeles not too long ago. So, like, in the pantheon of the sport's greatest rivalries, of course, as we all know, the Dodgers and the Giants are one of the most ones. I mean, the only one that compares to that is the Red Sox and the Yankees.
I mean, yeah, when your fans
Like your
just
Celtics, fool.
vehemently hate one another, like Dodgers and Giants, or Yankees and Red Sox, you know the teams are not going to get
Bengals
along.
and Steelers.
Bengals and oh yeah,
That's a good one.
So
Yeah.
help me in just restating the obvious here, just for those who might not be so familiar with this. I mean, when the Dodgers were playing at the Giants, Muncy, right? He hit a home run, and as you know, he was looking at it.
He was kind of looking at it, and
But
Bumgarner,
he was trotting. He wasn't like running around the
No,
bases.
he was admiring that beautiful home run into the water.
As all the
And
fans were.
He loved the splash, and so
And Bumgarner, being the old school piece of shit that he is,
yeah, piece of shit.
he
being
got
the
he
key
got
word.
he got triggered apparently,
and
and
he said, "You don't get to look, just walk."
Yeah,
or just
walk-
run.
just run,
Just run. Yeah.
just run. You don't get to look.
and Muncy's like, what did he say?
He's like, if you don't like it, you can go. You can
Get it
go
out of the
get
ocean.
it out of the ocean.
And that spawned like something amazing in Los Angeles, because not only did that happen, but like the fans just continued to roll with it. They printed T-shirts that Muncy started wearing at the games. Didn't the whole team start wearing that shirt at some point?
Yeah, he wore the shirt that said, "If you don't like it, you can get it out of the water."
Yeah. And
As like their warm up overshirt. Right?
Yeah.
and also on June 20th, the you know how like they on TV where they say who's pitching that day, and they put a picture of Julio Urias and then Madison Bumgarner. They put a snorkeler's mask on Bumgarner's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Bumgarner. Piece
And
of
not
shit.
only that, but also every single you know how like everybody has a theme song as they walk out to the plate. They all change what their normal theme song would be to like a nautical themed song.
What the day he pitched?
Yeah, like for example,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like by the sea.
yeah. So somebody picked Under the Sea.
Oh,
Somebody picked Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
oh yeah.
Smoke on the Water. Cake by the Ocean. The Ocean. I Am the Walrus. Mad World. Under Pressure. And Baby Shark.
Wow, trolling
You got-
2019, dude.
Dude.
That is masterful trolling right there, sir.
And you know, Dodger Stadium approved too. They were in on everything.
Dude, that must have made the games that much fucking dope.
I bet. And how much worse was it for fucking Bumgarner after that, dude? And that was probably the last time that the Dodgers would play against Bumgarner, because I think he's up for a trade soon.
Yeah, they're saying he may get traded to. Yeah, the Yankees are interested.
Oh,
So-
fuck no. Oh, hold up.
Hey man,
Listen, why did the Yankees keep getting away with murder, dude?
Because they're the Yankees,
They're straight up
man.
robbing teams, dude.
They are the foundation of Major League Baseball, as Major League Baseball likes to remind us.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
pricks. The Yankees and
Everyone
the Red
has
Sox,
to give
man.
their fucking offering to them every
Dude,
couple years.
Yeah, whenever if it's Yankees or Red Sox, dude, one of the fucking big ass broadcasting units is just on their knees saying thank you. You give us the ratings. Pricks.
Fuck them.
It's all about Dodgers.
Hey, Foo, speaking of the Dodgers real quick.
Yeah.
Our boy Garlic, Foo, from Cal Poly,
Oh, yeah.
who got drafted to the
He hit a
Dodgers.
walk-off home
They
run.
brought him up, and he had a walk-off home run, Foo, the other night.
Yeah.
Our boy, Foo.
Our boy Bronco. Good job, Garlic.
Good job.
Represent.
Good job, Garlic.
Watch
Watch out for Goku.
Yeah, no kidding. Just to kind of put a little bow on this, one of the fans in the outfield kind of area, they put like this big ass banner of an ocean with a little picture of a ball floating on top of it. So, you know, that way, you know, he can target. Because we don't have an ocean at our stadium.
Wow, dude. Everyone's on fire.
Oh,
Dude.
man, I love it.
Yeah, because I'm agreeable with just letting the players play. I mean, what's with all these like old school, old timey rules? I mean, at some point we got to get rid of the vaudeville that is in sports. You know, all the shit that like gets the old timers triggered on these little kind of ridiculous things. If the guy wants to admire his hit, let him admire his hit.
Or like when a pitcher hits someone with the fucking ball,
Yeah.
like the next team takes their shot too, and it's like you don't have to do that.
Yeah, you don't
have to do that.
You know what? That's it. Bring back the handlebar mustaches and the old school
Bring back
leather
roids,
gloves,
dude.
And roids. Let this happen.
And chewing tobacco.
Yeah, chewing tobacco.
Bring back McGuire foo.
Dude,
Oh, man.
Bash Brothers. Bring back the Bash Brothers food.
Dang. Bash Brothers. I haven't heard that in a while.
You remember that movie? Or shit? Dude, that shit was crazy. Bash Brothers on Netflix. That was a fever dream, man.
What's up with you and all these fucking C-list, D-list movies that are gems like Hebrew Hammer? And,
Me? You know what, man? As a kid, I loved watching random ass movies, and I'd always find these like little cult classics
It's
that
like-
are just like, yeah.
it's like Count Blas said, dude. You have, you know all the good C-list shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, Foo,
Oh,
you
did-
actually had something you wanted to bring
did
up,
you?
right?
Well, real quick.
Okay.
I did, actually. Did you hear about the A's starting pitcher?
Which picture?
I forget his name, but he got an 80-game suspension.
Oh,
What the
wow.
hell?
What happened there?
For using a banned substance,
Which was?
like a pretty much a performance-enhancing drug. Yeah, he tested positive, so he got half a season suspension fee.
Yeah.
And we're already like in game 50, game 60, so he'll pretty much only come back at the end of the year, which kind of to me is like, okay, well, you're going to bring him back the last month and a half of the year. Why even suspend him?
Frankie Montas is suspended 80 games for testing positively for PEDs. So let's see what he tested for.
The Peds, foo.
The Peds. Did not say what he was taking.
If he showed up with a boner, I think he was taking, Viagra. That would enhance that performance.
I don't think that's.
I don't think they warm up that way anymore.
Oh,
dude.
right. They wear a jock strap.
Yeah. That would hurt.
It would.
That would hurt. It's like cutting through ice.
If anything, they're taking a deflating drug, right?
It's,
saying.
shrinking drug.
You never know when you're going to run into the stands into like some lady with double D's, and it's like, holy crap!
Yeah.
Go down.
That's true.
Didn't say what he took, but he's not going to be available till like late September.
Right?
Yeah, but jeez,
stupid.
Guys, why you guys still doing this shit?
They got no integrity, dude.
No integrity.
I also wanted to kind of close stuff up with a little bit of racing, something we don't cover ever.
Oh, right. I've been hearing about this.
I think we've only talked about horse racing
one time when we went.
When we went, yeah.
Played some bets.
Right.
And lost our money.
All of it.
That's what happens.
I'm destitute.
Apparently, this past week, another horse this year got injured on the practice field.
Oh.
On the practice grounds.
I'm being told it's like unprecedented numbers of horses being killed.
I think in this past 2 years, it's 4 horses, and since they've been holding races there, it's 30, which is the most of any racing track by far.
Crap!
30
horses have died?
euthanizations.
Gee, and so what? How? Like, why are they dying?
They're getting they're breaking their legs on the training grounds.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so the commission, pretty much the board that controls like this horse betting and all that. I don't know what the association is called, but it's the board that controls that. They've removed the person from Santa Anita who's in charge there
of the grounds.
of the grounds, and they said they did a full safety and investigation.
Because that same person was like, "No, we're not changing a thing."
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they didn't want to touch the grounds at all. Like, they left
because
it
they're
alone.
like, yeah.
And speaking of, I heard this from a source. I don't know how reliable it is, but it kind of makes sense when you consider this. A reason why the horses were like they were damaging their feet and their legs is because with these recent all of a sudden we had rains, right, for a couple of days.
Yes.
And apparently it got the clay wet, and then when it hardened, harder than they usually is. So when they stomped on that hardened clay, it was messing up their hooves and then, making these little micro breaks in their bones.
Oh.
So they couldn't race anymore. Obviously, I mean, they could continue to be horses if they wanted to be, but the owners don't see it that way, and then they go ahead and euthanize them.
Which is sad. It's like, come on, man.
Unless the horse is like in unbearable pain and we cannot fix it. I doubt that.
If it's a paraplegic, man, like if all its legs just cannot move anymore, it's like, come on.
No, whenever a horse breaks a leg, they have to euthanize it. There's no option to rehab.
Why? How come? Like, what is
it's such a vital muscle that even if it grows back or if it heals, it's going to heal weaker, and the horse is not going to be able to function properly, and it's pretty much is going to develop a condition again and just re-injure it and just keep re-injuring it to where it could possibly get an infection.
So
the horse will go through pain. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it is humane.
My God, man, they sleep on their goddamn legs.
Oh, standing up, don't they?
Yeah, they never sleep on any part of their body. So it's it's kind of like an organ for them. Really, it's a vital part of their muscle and bone structure. So that's why it gets hurt. Have to put them down.
But the fact that it's happening more than it normally does is really kind of raising some concerns, right, Fu? I mean, so what have you found?
Pretty much. So they found since the 30 years that there have been no major updates to the Santa Anita Racetrack or the park, and they really don't. Most companies and utilities that I know, they have like safety engineers working for them. They don't.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
They just have pretty much the groundskeepers, the ones kind of, and you can't do that. You can't have groundskeepers just. I mean, they should have some. I don't know how it works in the horse racing. That's why.
Right.
But pretty much they don't have any established safety protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there were rumors too that whole governing board was they wanted to shut down Santa Anita. Completely.
They tried. They have tried.
Season. Yeah, for the season, right? But even Santa Anita's like,
nope. Because of all this, I understand that a lot of companies and sponsors have been pulling out too, because they don't want to be a part of an organization that is essentially killing horses on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. It's.
I think even K-Rock has stopped doing business with them and holding their events there.
Yeah,
because it was a nice place to have an event.
Yeah, it was.
It's a beautiful place.
It is.
Right,
but
right next to the San Gabriel Mountains, dude.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to give money to an organization that's just cool with letting horses die.
Yeah, they're pretty much allowing it at this point.
Yeah.
So I believe Santa Anita is going to try to temporarily replace said executive with someone who's going to be safety driven and focused.
They should, because it's wrong.
Yeah,
it's real wrong.
It is.
All right, guys. Well, I think that caps off another episode.
What a lovely way to send out the episode.
Yeah.
Executing horses.
Thank you all for listening to Foobar Sports. Foobity Toobity.